What's up, y'all? It's your man's Rico Wayne.
It's your boy King B.
And this is the Feeltrip podcast. And coming to us at the table is a man that is very good at coordination. A man that is the best dancer I have seen in my real life, that I have been in the vicinity of. A man.
Multiple talents. And I mean, when I say multiple, I mean every time I see him engaged in any type of craft, whether it's sports, whether it's dancing, I even seen him do acting. I did.
He is fully contributing to the situation, no hesitation. And he is the brother of another guest from the podcast, King Noah.
Yeah.
That's the alias that he used. Welcome to the table, y'all. Lejin.
What's poppin', y'all? What's good? What's good? Happy to be here, man.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, y'all, this fair warning, this is gonna be the last episode in the Cozy Corner because we are upgrading, different scenery. You know what I'm saying? The Cozy Corner is so cozy, but like everything in life, progress. You know what I'm saying? We progressing around here, and we're about to kick this off with Woman of the Week. And for Woman of the Week,
surprise,
you know what I'm saying? From hold up, I ain't never heard this name before. From somebody, please correct me if I'm wrong. Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can keep that one. You've been there over.
You know what I'm saying, dog? When I show you this after I get to reading it, you're gonna be like, I see why you had trouble reading it. Oprah Winfrey is Woman of the Week, y'all. Bigger picture type things, you know what I'm saying? I know she has been accused of bringing up, you know what I'm saying, bad things on people that has passed away, their name and such, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, R.I.P. Kobe.
One of the GOATs of the world. Mm-hmm. But recently I seen her trip and fall on stage. Ironically talking about balance in life. And you know what I'm saying, the first thing she did was grab that mic and say wrong shoes, because whenever you trip out there, people is expecting you to fall and stay down, but sometimes you got to pick back up and you got to make that shit cute. You know what I'm saying, dog? She said wrong shoes.
God had to put her in her place.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, dog?
I'm just saying,
tone her down real quick.
Yeah,
Bring it back to earth.
Yeah, because you know, some people be feeling all high and mighty, but, you know, life sometimes put things right there for you.
Yeah, that was Kobe with the assist.
And, yeah, y'all, that's Woman of the Week. Hailing from that name that I don't even feel comfortable saying again. Starts with a K. Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. Shout out to David Banner and such. Crooked letter I. Crooked letter. Yeah. Well, we're about to get this episode on the way. And we are here. And I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying, this mindset, because we're here with somebody that does things that I know that if I tried to do, I'm going to either be in the hospital or I'm going to have to go and see, like, and take some lessons. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, brother L, I'm going to say.
Brother L.
Brother L, man. This mindset that you have whenever you adapt to these new situations that I see you in, where did it come from? Or should I say, where did you come from?
Where I come from? I'm from the Ag, Arlington, East Side, born and raised.
Shout out to the Ag.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Guy Rose.
Still out, man.
Shout out to Hugh Smith Recreation Center.
Cheesy fries, man.
Shout out to Atherton Park. Y'all know where we from.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Hutch.
Yeah, man.
Bro, Hutch, man.
That's kind of where it started for most of us.
Yeah,
what'll happen if you drive by Hutch now? That's how old we is.
It's a technical school.
Yeah, man. It's
tore it
crazy,
down and everything.
Yeah, man. The whole brick is gone.
Yeah. But as far as growing up, man, my mindset has been like life lessons, going through stuff in life. I know y'all mentioned my brother, King Noah. We've been through a lot, man. Like growing up, just like seeing, like my family's really into, just we're kind of hard on each other. But it's like more tough love than like affection.
See,
know what I'm saying?
I like that because, like, ironically, I want to say that whenever families are hard on each other, I want to say the kids, I want to say they grow up more prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like, cause like if you see families where they soft towards each other, people just unprepared for people unprepared for unforeseen consequences. You know what I mean?
There's no accountability to stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like also like just the way how like a lot of, they say that back in the day when you was
like 15 to 16, you was grown. Y'all ever heard like a dude say that before?
I mean, I heard it in different instances. 'Cause I mean, like some people have to grow up fast. I say
Like back, like I done heard so many older dudes tell me that, like they say like they was like in a house with a single mother.
Yeah.
She was working off like say like at a bar or something. She was working all night. You know what I'm saying? And like they was at home taking care of their siblings.
Yeah.
And like back in the day, I don't think they believed in pulling out. So you probably had at least, you know what I'm saying? You probably had at least like 6 or 7 siblings, you know? So you had to grow up fast because mama was gone and you had to take care of the home, man. But yeah, you said that your family was hard on each other.
Yeah, it was more of a accountability. It wasn't so much as feeling sorry for each other. It was like, well, figure it out, fix it. Like, of course, our parents would like give us tools to kind of just get some stuff done, but it was a lot of figuring it out on your own type of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was more of just because of they were busy working. So, of course, we was outside, you know, doing whatever.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like trial and error, figuring out as you go. And I think that carried over into my career. It's more of I can't rely on anybody else but myself to get stuff done. I have to kind of just make the way myself, like figure it out as I go. And as long as I have like a idea of like where I want to go, then I'll figure it out eventually. So that kind of just helped me get in the mindset of not worrying about, oh, where this person is in their life, or, oh, I'm in Texas, I can't do this because I'm in Texas type of thing.
Gotcha.
Because that's what it is for a little bit. It was like, I got to go to Cali or Atlanta to get it popping, but there's stuff out here, just if you look for it, it'll find you.
See, I like that, man, because, like, yeah, it sounded like you had, like, it developed your sense of will, I'm going to say, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, if I see a step and I can take it, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you seem like you unintimidated by what could happen, or like, you know, a lot of people, they think about what the worst is, and then they start hesitating, start making excuses. It seems like I don't ever see that from you.
Yeah.
I don't ever sense that.
Honestly, like, you go back to Sam, bro. Like, we been through some stuff at Sam. Like, it was just like, it can't get no worse than Sam. So.
Yeah, because we said that, like, I think I said on this podcast before that I like asked people, I've been like, nobody never died when you went to school?
Yeah.
And then like they'll be like, no. I'll be like, bruh, like every year somebody is like disappearing. Like it'd be crazy. And then like, you know, I think that did give us a type of bond. Cause like whenever I see like my like former colleagues throughout the social medias and such, I really don't be caring what they going through. I just be happy to just see that they alive. You know what I'm saying? Just be happy to see that they alive. I mean, I don't care if any of y'all like gained weight or anything.
Yeah.
I don't care if any of y'all on hardcore drugs. I might crack jokes here and there. You know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, like I love the fact that y'all is here and alive, and you got the potential to do better if you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, man, the trials and tribulations, they contributed to your mindset. I see. And then like, let me see. Get down to the bottom of this.
What you got?
Let's dive in.
Like the last name Elahi, they have any meaning to it?
Elahi, servant of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And like that's African, right?
It's Aramaic.
Aramaic?
Yeah.
And that is where?
Never.
It's kind of like a Hebrew. They said it's one of the first languages that Jesus spoke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't done too much research, but that's what I kind of read up on.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, because like whenever I look up names, and like hopefully one day when I have children, when I name my children, I want their names to have meaning too.
Yeah, for real.
Because like one thing that I think be like messed up about black people is they just be like, it sound cute, Lashashia, and then like you start seeing crazy names, and then like I like it whenever things have reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I want to say that back in the day, almost everybody's name was like pretty much a blend of words, or like you said, like the last name Elahi means you said servant of God, right? And like that's like a whole sentence for a name. And then like basically like I looked up like my last name, and it's really just some people that probably own some slaves or something like that.
Yeah, like a surname.
That's most of our last names.
My real last name is Jones and all that stuff. If anybody lurking, they'll be able to find it if they look about 10 minutes into any episode or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fans. And yeah, man, like I be like looking for deeper meanings and things. It's like why I got this podcast and why I wanted to bring you here too, man. So like when you say, like back in the day, I used to see you running track.
Yeah, that was my thing. Yeah.
And then like when you was running track, you put your soul into it, right?
And I was 10 toes in. Like, I was like, I'm going to the Olympics, bro.
Yeah, like what I remember when I used to see you doing it, I didn't used to hear no words. I don't even know if your lips was moving ever. Bro, I was like, man, he was just
hip, man.
Yeah, he was just a machine. And like,
that was my biggest thing. I mean, I'm just a spectator looking at, I was forced to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated
Coach
track.
Bell, boy.
This was back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day when King B, when King B was like, you know what I'm saying? King B was a running back back in the day.
Yeah.
Look, man. Yeah. I mean, since I played DB and all that stuff.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
You have to run track. So I did it, but it was just like, I didn't have the determination like I would see y'all. And I was just like, I don't know how they do it. I didn't know how. I just wanted to play football. That was it. That was it. And I always wanted to ask, like, at that time, what motivated you?
Man, for me, it was a way out. It was kind of a sense of an outlet for me. Like being on the track, it was like nothing else mattered but running. That was it.
Tunnel vision.
Just tunnel vision. Just fast as you can run on the curve, get across. Finish that like that.
What did you like? How did you feel whenever there was like pressure on you? Whenever somebody said something, did it ever try to create like any doubt in your mind? Like if somebody said something like, "Man, you looking slower than the last time I seen you," or something like that.
I think I was my worst critic.
Yeah.
Like I was always pushing myself, doing the extra lap. Like Coach Bell would have me doing cross country too. Like I was doing cross country, preparing for track season.
Got you.
So it was more about.
You made more adversity for yourself.
Yeah, I made it harder for me.
So nobody,
Definitely.
so nobody that like nothing that anybody else could say could really like just mess with your head, right? Because you was like, man, I already done did that to myself, like even worse. Yeah.
So it's honestly just outdoing my own perception of me.
Do you have like an inner voice in your head talking
all
to
the
you?
time? Like,
is it like cussing you out and all that stuff?
In the gym, cussing myself out. Hey, bro, you can do it better next time. Redo that. Even dance videos, I don't like that. I'm gonna shoot it again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super hard on myself.
It's good, man. That's like, cause a lot like it's basically like having a coach in your head. Like
I think there's
and like does your inner voice does it come from any a specific, is it inspired by a specific person that you knew? Or is it like just cultivated from like aspects of your own personality? Like
I think I take traits from different people. Like,
yeah, like do you feel like it's a little bit of Coach Bell off up in there somewhere?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Coach Bell didn't care.
Shout out to Coach Bell, man. He always looked like that one dude off any given Sunday. If he ever sees this,
wait, you talking about LT?
Yeah. Because when I first seen him, I was like, yeah, man. But yeah,
I can
like,
see the resemblance.
because like I be having an inner voice in my head whenever like sometimes I go like 2 hours like asleep and then like boom I'm on and I'm going and like him I'm like not complaining about anything and then whenever like a lot of this voice some of my voice might come from Coach Bell too because he was defensive lineman coach back in the gap and then like a big part of it like comes from like does like a part of yours come from your father too or like parents?
More of my mom. My mom was the hit that whip on us, like she had us in line, like kept us in line. I think it was more about not disappointing her too, because I know how hard she worked for us.
Yeah,
like sacrifices she made with dealing with. It was 4 of us, so she was like working, and then before even going to like public school, I was homeschooled till 3rd grade. So she was my teacher too. So it was just like seeing her going through her struggles and stuff like that for sacrificing for us.
Got you.
So it was like, well, I ain't letting moms down, so I got to get it.
That is definitely a good reason.
That's my biggest thing.
To keep progress going. You know what I'm saying? Because like whenever you see like, especially like us out here, like I'm pretty sure it's a lot of us that can say the same thing. I don't know if they see it exactly how you see it because a lot of people be like, man, my mama broke and all this stuff. I'm finna go. Risk my life.
Yeah, I'm about to go sell this.
Yeah, man.
Go hustle.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the streets. Y'all be safe though, but this is a different conversation right here. We trying to keep things civilized. You know what I'm saying? We trying to be squares. Trying to be squares in this life, man. Because you know what I'm saying? Squares can have conversation. Like everybody that's out there in the streets, we gotta wait till 10 years later or 20 years so y'all can talk about y'all stories. But squares,
after it's past.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it's back in the day. What we got?
I feel like some of that stuff is just an excuse so you can have some type of story to tell. Yeah.
Glory?
Yeah. Cause like you don't have to do that. Cause you can go out and go get a 9 to 5. You can go out and go get a regular job. And if you want to hustle, get you something else to hustle. Get you some candy. You know,
Hustle
get
some
some shoes.
the positive hustle.
T-shirts or something. Yeah.
You know what? You know what it could be? A lot of people don't like saying it, but even though everybody be trying to say that they don't be glamorizing a certain lifestyle, whenever these kiddos see y'all in these, videos with the diamonds and jewels dripping and everything, and the females twerking on you, you know what I'm saying? And then you talking about, I just, you know what I'm saying, sold a couple of them things real quick, and now I'm pulling up in a new range real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Bought my mama a house off of this,
yeah, man, whatever y'all saying stuff like that, you can't control how these kids receive that.
That's true.
And then, like, what really happens is, I want to say that instead of, like, a lot of people use art for expression.
Yeah, facts.
And, like, even though as an artist you want to express yourself, inevitably you finna get people that's so flattered that they're gonna imitate that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like they said, imitation is one of the best forms of flattery. Is that what they be saying? Is that how the saying goes?
I know exactly what you're
I
talking
know
about.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was gonna say life, but
Imitation, people love stuff so much that they imitate it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they do like a good imitation of it. Like when Eddie Murphy used to do imitations of all those different celebrities, I'm pretty sure he loved those celebrities. Like whenever people do Michael Jackson, and they could do the dance moves and everything, they love Michael Jackson. Speaking of dance moves,
Let's get into
it. You know what I'm saying? There's been countless times, you know what I'm saying, where we bumped into each other at the club and such. You know what I'm saying?
Turning up.
And like, you know what I'm saying, I be doing my little Rico dances, you know what I'm saying? My little
Oh, you used to have the hat too. You had a hat?
Yeah, man. I was inspired by Nate Dogg at one time in life, you know what I'm saying? I take my inspirations come from like all the people that I admire, and you know what I'm saying, R.I.P. Nate Dogg. You know what I'm saying? And like me, I come with my little 2 steps and such, you know what I'm saying? I do like a little shoulder shuffle. I think I tried a half of a milli rock because I could get that first one good, but then that transition, it's a different story with the transition, you know what I'm saying?
The coordination just ain't hitting at that moment.
But this man Lejin right here, I'm like dancing.
Yeah.
First seed in your head, when you first seen it, you was like, I want to do shit like that.
Is there anything you can't do?
I can't fly, bro.
Well,
I've been trying to work on that.
What a flex.
I can't fly.
What a flex.
I jump high. I just can't hover. You know what I'm saying? Nah, with dancing, it started when I was like 4.
4?
I was singing and dancing at 4. Like,
are we talking about music videos? Oh,
no, like more like a church talent show type of thing.
Gotcha.
I was imitating Michael Jackson. Like my mom would literally like rehearse with me in the living room. Like, all right, do what you gonna do on stage. Like, and of course I get up there and just be with the mic.
Frozen.
Frozen. Yeah, but it started when I was 4. My mom was like really pushing me to do it.
Gotcha.
But I was like, I'm in Texas and I can't do this for real.
Yeah.
So I was like, went to basketball first. Played that up until my junior year, got an injury, and I ain't like the coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm gonna go to track. I've been doing track since sixth grade.
Yeah.
I ended up running in a UTA for like 2 years till I got hurt again. Yeah, tore my hamstring, broke my ankle. Like,
sports. When
Yeah.
you love a sport, you gonna get hurt. When you love a sport, I think even golfers get hurt. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But yeah, keep going.
So yeah, started off when I was 4, and then transitioning from running track to being a regular student kind of broke me down because I was used to being a student athlete the whole time.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't used to just going to school to learn. I was like, man, this ain't for me right now. So
Gotcha.
I stopped going to school like my junior year at UTA. I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. I gotta do something else.
Like, to be honest, I can relate to you on that because I went to college for like a collective of 2 years.
Yeah.
Of not knowing what I really wanted to do while I was up in there, and I want to say, I want to say that, like at this age right now, I'm in my late 20s, y'all. Like late 20s, like at the age of like I'm like 27 right now. Like now, I feel like this is the more appropriate time for me if I wanted to go to college. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so swept up in adulthood that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a hardcore transition to make unless I like win like the lottery or something real quick.
That's the biggest. That's what I'm going through right now because I spent 3 years in college trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
Still didn't figure it out. I had the little fun that you have in college, but like after you get out, it's kind of like, okay, now you're back to the real world.
Y'all think our minds were unprepared to take on like learning at such a rate, like coming in when I first came in and they was like, hey, read this whole book, and then I was like, what?
Do what?
I was like, I'm just used to reading the page and then doing some questions on the back of the paper, that's it.
Yeah.
But then they was talking about like, you know what I'm saying, write essays for the book, and it was just a whole different pace, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the purpose that I didn't feel no purpose coming from that. And like I was like part of like the first, I'm like part of the first generation in my family to actually like get to go to college. And like I didn't know the value in it, you know what I'm saying? Like I went off up in there, I wasn't looking at everything could be used as a piece of wisdom, or you supposed to take something from everything. I was looking at it like, hey, I'm supposed to get these grades as high as possible or whatever.
Yeah.
And like that there wasn't enough to motivate me to like wake up at 5 a.m. and go to like math class and stuff like that.
I didn't utilize every resource I had in school, like actually going to the library and really study and all that stuff. All I did was went to class and went back to my dorm and then went to this place and this place and that place. Like I didn't utilize the campus like a real college student. I was just there basically to just be there.
Yeah.
I don't think it helped me that I was still in Arlington because I pretty much knew everybody, so I felt like I was at home.
Yeah.
And then UT, I was on the track team.
It almost felt like high school still, huh?
Yeah, I was like, okay,
That's why I left.
big man on campus type of thing.
Yeah,
So,
you felt like it wasn't really no big, like a different impact. Like,
yeah, it was like, go to class. I'll see you in the gym, bro. I'm about to go hoop.
especially like when you had like professors that didn't even care if you came to class or not. Nobody, like nobody ain't on you about it. Like in high school, you get like little tardies and all that stuff. In college,
Truancy,
in college, I guess since you technically paying for them, I'd be like, Psh, if you don't want to come here, then it's free money for me.
Yeah,
less heads to worry about and
my
all
little
that
tax
stuff.
refund. Like, all right, cool. What we going? What we going? We gonna get tattoos?
Like
Like
ignorant purchases, get them ignorant
spending money on
purchases.
tattoos and all kinds of crazy
That's one
stuff.
of the biggest, like, for the non-student athlete and just a regular college student or just a student that barely got into college. That's one of the biggest things ever. It's like they basically go to school just to get that money. Then leave.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you gonna put a stops in there? Or
And it's
like,
kind of depending on the living situation. It could be like a means of helping my family out. Like, I mean, go to school just to get this tax refund.
Especially to those families on the east. You know, shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Because like it's like I want to say like I came from Grand Prairie to Arlington at a young age, and like when you came there, it's like a melting pot. Like people from everywhere off in there. Like people gonna be like, man, I'm from Dallas. Man, I'm from Fort Worth. Man, I'm from Abilene. I don't know about the Abilene part, but people is saying stuff from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then like when you get all that stuff coming together, people don't even know how to fit with each other. A lot of families moved up there because a lot of apartments was like, hey, Section 8 over here, what's good?
8.
You know what I'm saying? And then like with that right there, like I said, when you like the first generation, you don't know the value of this stuff. And then, especially when you're not used to getting money like that, and then all of a sudden you getting like big
Couple grand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you sit there looking at it like, this is mine? This is my bank account?
right.
I thought this was going to go straight to the books. Like, I thought the books were going to come to the house, but this is...
go to the books, but you can grab certain books so you can get certain amount of money back.
Oh, man.
You
Yeah.
get the used books. So
Oh, man.
Bro, and then that book grab at the end of the year, man, bro, everybody's getting snatched.
Yeah.
Ironically, now I love Barnes & Noble. But anyways, we done got like way off into the grass.
He said
You know what I'm saying? Way off.
playing in the field.
You know what I'm saying, dog? But yeah, man, back to the roots of your dancing, of your love, the craft of dancing. Is that what they call it? Is that what
Like
a professional would call it? Like
Roots, like kind of like your foundation type of thing. Definitely Michael Jackson influence off the top. As I progressed, of course, Chris Brown, like he became. I used to go around saying Chris Brown was my cousin, fam.
What?
Like,
Hey, look.
senior year,
I can't lie. Chris Brown is like, that's like, it's just another, like Michael Jackson was like a wave.
yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, when he
It's like
passed and
reincarnation.
everything. And then,
I
yeah,
can't say the word right now. Damn, I can't say it right now.
I
But
wanna
you know
say-
what I'm saying.
I want to say that, yeah, like he is the artistic son of Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Chris
I used
Brown
to go
is.
by E Breezy, bro. Like
What?
before, I was. Everybody knew me as E Breezy. Like that
pretty
was
catchy.
my name.
That's pretty catchy. Man.
Yeah,
You know, I got this is another side comment, but somebody, this was on Twitter, maybe like last year or something like that, or the year before. Somebody tried to debate me, talking about Neo, Genuine, and Usher dance better than Chris Brown.
Sickening.
I didn't. I was like, and the person tried to tell me, he was like, "Were you just born like a couple years ago or something like that?" He's like, "You must be a millennium." I was like, "Man, I was born in '92, bro. Yeah. I can seen all these people dance. They don't match up to Chris Brown. That's just my opinion."
Yeah, I feel like skill wise and the genre of styles Chris Brown has. Yeah, he's top tier. But you can't take away from the people who came before him, like Usher. Like them the ones who came out with the gliding and like really like getting
that footwork in. And everything.
So they kind of paved the way for him. Like I do respect them as dancers though. Like they can get down for real still.
And I gave them that.
Yeah,
I'm just like.
But yeah, as far as saying like
they're better than you?
Because Chris Brown threw a crazy flip on somebody and
for no reason.
Start crumping.
And that's,
for no reason.
That's what they tried to. They tried to like just stun that thing. It was like all he do is flip.
I mean, like,
flip.
I mean, he does it.
No, like
he does it seamlessly, like it's walking.
And like, I don't know if people pay attention to his dancers. His dancers are crazy too.
Yeah.
Like, and he has to outdance them.
Like whenever I think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, whenever we bump heads at clubs and such.
Yeah.
like I guess I feel like I don't know what I look like, but I feel like I get a good dance in when I know the words and I know the whole breakdown of the beat of the song.
Yep.
Like is that what it's about as a dancer?
Yeah.
Like because
well, in the aspect of being at the club, yeah. But if you're talking about just expression, then it really doesn't matter if you know the song or not. But if you're going off like I want to be seen, then definitely.
Yeah. Because like whenever I see y'all whenever I see y'all putting in y'all work, whenever I see y'all doing it, it's like y'all tell a story with y'all movements. Like how in church, how they got spirit dancing.
Yeah,
it seemed praise dancing. I mean, it seemed like whenever y'all do dances, it's just songs of a different genre. That's still the same as like dancing to whatever is being said in the song. You know what I'm saying?
Storytelling.
Yeah. So like, is that how it feels most of the time? Like, if you doing it, is it more like you count the beats like 1, 2, 1, 2, or is it more like whenever you hear the words and then you be like hearing actions and you just doing the actions that you hear?
Like is it a feel?
It's mostly a feel. For a lot of dancers, we are told not to think so much.
Gotcha.
Just go off of feeling and let your body just move.
Yeah.
You will see some dancers, you can kind of tell if they're counting or they're thinking of like, oh, what am I about to do next?
Yeah.
Or how can I make this next part look cool? And you can kind of tell.
I think that's one of the questions I want to ask you. Like, how do you stop yourself from possibly repeating the same move while dancing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, well, I don't know the names of any moves. So let's say you I'm just going to say shimmy or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Like, how do you not repeat? Or when you coming up with a dance, how do you not repeat the same dance when you did probably like a few moves back or something like that?
I could compare it to like people's vocabulary, like speaking. The more you train in different styles, the vast, your styles are. So you won't be so, frequent to repeat movements.
Gotcha.
The more styles you know. Kind of like with speaking, the more words you know, you won't use the same words as much.
Right.
So it's kind of the same way. You will, just as a person, will have certain set moves that you kind of go to, you cling to. That's like your go-to move.
Yeah.
But you can still make it look different sometimes.
Right. I see what you're saying. You can modify it.
Yeah.
I see what you're
like
saying.
If I'm going to a wave here, I can tick, 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 instead of just waving it, what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Change like tempo and beat of it. Almost like when you modify something on the computer, right?
Yeah.
Got you.
You can kind of just edit it body-wise.
Got you.
Because I was just like rapping, because how some people can say the same bar in the next song they come out with. It's kind of like
shout out to Waka Flocka. Did y'all see when Waka Flocka was like, I was a trash rapper? Did y'all see that? He was just saying, and like I appreciate it so much because he was like, man, my favorite rappers was like Nas and stuff back in the day, and then he was like, I was a trash rapper, but I was getting that money though, and then like basically he was just claiming himself before anybody else could.
I mean, because people were already saying that back in the day, but it was just kind of just like, I'm making $30 million.
Yeah, he didn't really care about it.
The clubs jumping, people fighting, everything. So like,
yeah, that's kind of now.
he said, Brother Elher said, man, congratulations, you had people fighting, dog.
like, I mean,
But,
like compared to us, like
I see what you saying.
Club Cirque, we was in there. Fight come with it. Like people will wait for the fight songs to fight.
Basically.
And that's crazy, bro.
And like
kinda built up the
when I
dance
say it, when I look at it from that perspective, that is good because if your stuff is trash, then people is finna be like, man, what is this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
dance floor finna get kind of quiet. You know,
Yeah.
like I can see the floor now. Like that's what it'd be like. But if you making people fight,
Yeah, you got people up there. Let's go. Like, I'm ready to get kicked out the club.
that's a different type of song. You know what I'm saying? Them notes is hitting your ears different, and your heart start beating a little faster. You get to looking around,
Yeah.
and then you turn beast, man.
Yeah.
And then like speaking of fighting, like I got this picture of Bruce Lee here, my idol. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
was peeping that.
One of my idols. Yeah, and then whenever I think about how disco was back in the day, and like Eddie Gordo, you know what Eddie Gordo is, right?
Eddie
Off of Tekken.
Yeah.
You know,
Capoeira.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling like a lot of dance moves and such, even when Michael Jackson be doing like that whip kick and everything. I feel like it's inspired by like martial arts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, would you ever see yourself in an action movie?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I've actually done some like short films where I had to do like stunts when flipping.
Choreographed?
Yeah, choreographed fight scenes. I literally just did something yesterday
I
where I
got
had
to
to
see this.
Flex.
Yeah.
Flex on, my brother. Flex on. Flex on these
so
people putting
we
in
had,
that
like
work.
a little fight scene where I was basically a stunt double because he wanted to clone himself, like he's fighting himself. So yeah, shout out to Junior. That might coming out soon. Like it's gonna be dope.
There we go. Yeah. Definitely, cause like whenever I want to say that the last was like one of the last black fighters that we had, Wesley Snipes. It can't be Wesley Snipes, right?
Nah, Michael J. White.
Michael J. White.
Yeah, Michael J.
I mean, he's
White.
black.
I thought he came out. He came out after Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got.
I mean, he was. Yeah. 'Cause I mean,
we got Michael J. White, cause he was definitely on Spawn, and he been on these backyard street fighting movies.
Yeah, like a little Asian movie. Yeah.
Man, I can't remember. Was he on any of the Box? Nope.
nah.
I'm tripping.
Wait,
He's in Blood and
no.
Bone, right?
Blood and Bone.
Yeah.
But he had old dude from Unblock in one of the latest movies he came out with. It was like Marines.
Was he in any of the Undisputed movies? I thought he was, but
Was
I
he
can't
Undisputed
remember.
too? Cause there's a second.
don't know.
one.
I don't know. Was it straight to DVD?
Yeah, it's one of the straight DVD movies.
I don't know, but all right, we got Michael J. White. If Michael J. White, even if he is the most recent, that's still a long time ago.
Yeah, he been in the game for a
There
minute.
is more, but I mean, I just can't like just.
They ain't
think
came to
that-
prominence like that. I want to say Wesley is the biggest one we got though, right?
Yeah, as far as being like on the big screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big screen, like
representing
worldwide,
representing black martial arts. Cause when Blade,
Well-
the first like people don't. That first Blade, it don't get the appreciation it deserves.
I get it. I mean,
The
from
first-
beginning
It
to
came
end.
before its time. Definitely.
Definitely, cause the first vampire that got killed in that movie, he pierced him to the ceiling. Do y'all remember that?
I gotta rewatch. I ain't
You
seen
talking
that
about
in
the
years.
No, when he was at the club, and he was standing there, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody was looking. You could see blood sprinkling from the ceiling. All the vampires looking at him. They was like, Daywalker, Daywalker. And then he's just sitting up there with the trench coat. And like he just sitting up there, and then he like one dude run up on him. He pull out the little spike. Bam. Put it off up in the ceiling.
I don't
Just
know.
like that, man.
I remember the hospital scene. 'Cause that was
Shout,
like the funniest part.
shout out to the first Blade when he turned to Nino for like 5 seconds. I know what you're talking about, man. But yeah, man, like with the whole martial arts, like it's like, do you ever like do any of your moves get inspired by certain martial arts moves that you seen?
Yeah, I used to take martial arts when I growing up. Mom had us in everything.
Oh, man.
She want to keep us active and off the streets.
Gotcha.
It worked for a while, but yeah, yeah, definitely. I do doing 360 kicks and front flips over people and stuff.
And so if somebody like jump on stage while you doing your thing and you like, hey, I'm finna make some room.
Oh yeah, it can happen.
You know how to make it. He said you know how to make it
Between
happen.
that
right?
and boxing, yeah, like you can go down. Like that's one thing. A lot of people be sleeping on dances, bro. They don't think we know how to protect ourselves, bro.
I
They be
took
sleeping on dances.
I took
now.
theater for 2 weeks
2 weeks.
back in high school.
He said,
Due to responsibilities of my younger siblings getting out of elementary school at the time, I had to go
Yeah.
get them. I couldn't stay for theater. And like what the theater teacher said was, if any of y'all need help with coordination, especially when you're doing moves like a lot of movement, go take dance.
mm-hmm.
And like they was like, I guess everybody was, I guess us males, we was like, man, we ain't finna be putting on that black suit and all that
Yeah,
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
leotard
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was, you know, that was back in the day when it might still be like that these days, but yeah, man. But we just wasn't finna be dressing up in those tights like that, man.
Even when I took like ballet and stuff, I had on sweats. So I wasn't wearing no leotard or no tights. I wasn't doing none of that.
And like when I think about you seen John Wick, right?
Oh yeah,
Legend.
And you seen where he came from, right? He came from a place where they was wrestling and doing ballet all day. That's it. And like I think that's where his shooting skills come from, man. Because when you think about how the dexterity that you gotta have to be able to roll all over the place without pulling a hamstring and all that.
You ain't never seen his training videos?
Yeah, when he was doing the obstacle course and such.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's coordination right there. You can't just do that shit on a normal day as a regular human being.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you say you was doing ballet, what age was it?
This was recent, like 2-3 years ago.
Oh man,
Yeah.
And it helped out tremendously, right?
Yeah, footwork, balance.
That's what it's all about.
Knowing your body movement, honestly.
So you can stand on your thumb toe?
Oh no! I had to take it that long to get that far.
Gotcha.
I took a couple classes just to get some fundamentals, just to know what I need to be doing.
Gotcha.
Cause I ain't come back. It's just not for me. Like it. Yeah.
Was it like did they have you listening to a certain amount of music while you were doing it?
It's not even the music. It's just being, upright. It was just opposite of me.
It seemed like it's more constricting.
It's really
than regular
constricting.
dancing.
I get it. It's good for foundation for different art forms and styles. Me personally, I was like, nah, this ain't for me though. This ain't for me.
Gotcha.
Like,
Does working out play a big part in what you do? Like,
yeah,
staying fit. Well, of course,
Yes.
staying fit.
Bro,
But
the first time I seen
Yes,
the
bro.
first time I seen you like after like high school life, I'm gonna say,
Uh-huh.
I was like, bro, this dude done got big, dog. Cause like I remember seeing like during track, you was like, you know what I'm saying? You had long limbs and everything. Everything was like limber, you know what I'm saying?
Lean,
Yeah. And then like when I first seen you, I want to say the first time I see you was like at a club somewhere, or it was a birthday celebration.
It probably was a birthday somewhere because we
It
used
was
to have
one of those
crazy parties.
And then when I seen you, I was like, his chest had like tripled in size. And then like I was with Leak. Y'all shout out to what is Leak name on here again?
wait, which one? Because there's two.
Yeah.
Fowler.
Flex Washington, bro.
Yeah,
Flex
man.
Washington.
Shout out to Flex, man. He always get
Nigga that's
references.
on the road.
We ain't did this in so long. And shout out to his
He
new
doing
life.
truck driving, right?
Shout out to his
Yeah,
new life
for
on the
sure.
road. We getting old now, so everybody careers.
Everybody got families and stuff.
Yeah, man, it's finna be crazy. I'm finna be fully embracing it. That's why I'm not talking about single shit no more, because I'm not single no more, y'all.
gotta
Shout out
get
to
that mindset,
to commitment, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? This
for real.
ring right here might switch to the other finger one day.
Oh, it's gonna be there.
One day.
Join the pack, bro.
But
If
yeah,
you already
like,
think about it, it's gonna manifest soon, fam. Like,
and I'm embracing it too. I ain't being like, man, I ain't about that. Like, I ain't doing that. But yeah, man.
No,
like
you
I was
mine.
saying,
You felt that.
like I was saying, brother L here, his chest and shoulders had tripled in size, and this is when I knew he was committed to something. This is when I was
what
like,
is he doing?
yeah, I was like, he doing something new now. He's definitely not running track no more.
Yeah.
Because you're not running track like built like that. You're doing something
Yeah.
different in your life. I was like, man, I don't know if this is pull ups, bench press, what?
It was everything.
Yeah, man.
I just gotta know how you felt being at a meeting Lil Wayne
Oh, that
and
was
then performing at halftime. How did that feel?
It was
Monday Night Football.
in the moment. It didn't really feel like I was there because it was like I gotta learn these dance moves so I don't mess up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get my spot taken or cut.
I see what you're saying. You can't
Yeah.
get too enamored with the situation.
Yeah, but after that's when it kind of soak in, and when Lil Wayne like, yo, y'all killed that shit, like I did that, and like that's when it kind of said, I'm like, hold on, bro, this is Lil Wayne, man. I'm like in New Orleans, in his hood, at his high school, like, yeah, that's when it kind of hit. I was like,
I gotta admit,
That shit was crazy when I seen it. I was like,
that's lit.
I'm looking, because like I really don't watch halftime, but like someone was like, okay, I watch Lil Wayne, it's halftime, whatever. So I'm watching and I'm looking and stuff. I see in the background, I was like, nah,
it's not.
And then I think you posted it, and I was like, that really was him. I ain't
Yeah.
want to put your real name out there.
Yeah.
But but I was like, nah, that can't be him. And I rewinded and I paused it.
Yeah,
That is, I was like, this man just did some legendary shit.
shout out to Lil Wayne, because back when we was in school, He was the greatest rapper alive.
Everybody was trying to get them unreleased tracks before everybody else. Mixtapes. People get in arguments. Bro, you got that? I ain't giving it to you, fam.
Man, that was the
You gotta
greatest
wait.
time.
People reciting his lines all day.
Yeah, trying to have the best MySpace. What it was?
Background music.
Yeah, background music. Trying to have the best MySpace. Not MySpace.
Layouts and
Yeah,
stuff
layouts.
like
The
that.
best Lil Wayne lyric they can post.
Gotcha. Everybody was competing. I see what you said, man. Ah, man, shout out to Lil Wayne and keep putting in work, man. I hope Lil Wayne grows. You know what I'm saying, dog?
You gotta do something with his hair, fam.
Yeah, that's all. I didn't want to say nothing about that.
Nah, we're gonna speak on it.
Yeah, man. Like, this is coming from a real fan. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing is, Wayne rocks the baldy, man. Like, well, not the baldy, but it's something else. It's not exactly bald yet, but it is something
It's
else.
getting to that point. I mean,
is
would
something
you want to
else.
see him without hair?
I think he got too big of a head to do that.
Probably so.
It's just gonna be strange.
It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna
He'll
be
be
weird.
like Sway because
It's
he
gonna
had to
be
wear a
weird,
beanie
man.
all the time. I don't think he can rock it just straight out like that.
Speaking of hairstyles,
Where we going with this?
Brother L here.
I had a few hairstyles.
Lejin has, you know what I'm saying? I gotta admit, I pride myself on my different types of hair that I have. You know what I'm saying? That I've had over the last few years. Did you see me when I was bald?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
when you was in
It was
Park
ga-
Avenue.
Yeah, man. I have made pretty dramatic transitions, but he is also been known to change hair. Like,
Bro.
it's
Well, you just recently, right?
Like recently, the end of last year, cut it off. Yeah.
I seen the video. I watched the video.
Yeah, Devontae.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
shout out
watched
to
the
the
video on
Game
YouTube.
Changers. Yeah.
Yeah.
man. And like, whenever you think about having a new hairstyle, does that come from a certain thing that you were inspired by, or does it come from, man, I'm finna switch it up on them real quick? I feel like they getting too complacent with my look. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's just the '90s baby in me. It's kind of like
Gotcha.
I just want to do something different. Yeah. Even in high school, I had the booty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The waves in the front, fro in the back.
It'd be like that. Like, I'm calling my shag right now. I'm calling it the beard in the back right now. You know what I'm saying? Beard in the front, beard in the back. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
it's a triple D thing too. Like it's just
Yeah.
like switching it up. And I always wanted braids, and I couldn't have them as a kid because my mom was like, "It's gang related. Like you can't do this." Like she was super on. She's from Detroit, so
Gotcha.
she was, she wasn't having no games. But yeah, I think as I got older, I was like, I just want braids, fam. And that's when everybody was just cutting the sides and having the braids up top. Like, why not do it now? And then it became, I'm like, I like this. So I just started changing it up. I had, the little, I call it little bow wow braids where they just hang or whatever.
Yeah.
I never got no
Bangs.
beads and nothing like that. I went with the beads. 'Cause I was dancing, I would smack myself in the face.
Yeah,
Like,
it's heavy.
yeah,
It'd be too
beads
heavy.
flying everywhere.
I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, but the reason I cut it is because commercial wise, it's a better look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a more clean cut, and people kind of iffy about the whole urban look.
Gotcha.
With certain people you're working with.
Yeah, certain
So that plays a
demographics.
role.
Yeah, certain demographics. Yeah, so that's the reason why I cut it. I was like, I want to keep my growth going up in my career.
I see what you're saying. You want to spread as far as you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
so I'm already tatted up, so I gotta, I gotta live with that.
So being
That's for
in
life.
that industry, stuff like that do play a role, and it could stunt your growth.
Definitely.
Dang,
Yeah.
I
Even the content you post
Yeah.
can put you in a bubble, or you get typecasted, meaning you're only good for this type of stuff.
Gotcha.
Dang.
Yeah.
And I want to go on road by saying, if y'all ever see any guests at the Feeltrip podcast, that the way how I express myself has nothing to do with them or their image. You know what I'm saying? Because I might say something crazy or something,
Gotta
and
put
that
the
it
disclaimer out
it ain't got nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with Brother L. Like have y'all, like, from what y'all have heard on this podcast already? You know what I'm saying? He is a person of determination, and whenever he hears about other people that's in his profession, he not like quick to talk down on them and all
No,
that
no,
stuff. You
not
know what I'm
at
saying?
all.
He just states the facts. So yeah, like if I say something like I think that Neo's song is trash one day or something like that, it ain't got nothing to do with how he feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Neo, man. I seen that mug shot on Google.
You actually got arrested?
Nah, it's just if you Google it, you'll see a mug shot. He got the baldy, but in the mug shot, it grew
Yeah.
out a little bit. So you know what I'm saying. Shout out to him. I just had to say that. And like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with Brother L.
Man, dude got a big ass head. That's just,
We just chopping it up at the Feeltrip podcast in the cozy corner, man. And then like you said that you've been injured a lot.
Yeah.
Is there any time whenever you get like a risky move?
Oh yeah, every time I got a tumble in a performance, I
Gotcha.
done fell off stage before. Yeah, but I think it comes with the experience. Like you kind of have to just know, like, oh, I've done this move before. I've done this flip several times before. I'm good. It's more of a mental thing because if you've been injured before, you're thinking about like, I don't want that to happen again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So definitely, I had some. I have to go to the chiropractor like every 2 weeks for my back.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I stay aligned.
And like whenever you do feel pain, is it like especially during a performance, like is it like adrenaline running through you during performances?
Yeah, adrenaline, you probably won't feel it till after.
That's what I was about to say. I was be like, cause like, say if you was tumbling and you fell off stage, and then like a rib was broken, you got up like, man, I got this, man, I'm back.
Yeah,
and then
after you,
so like when you wake up in the morning, that's what.
that's swelling.
Yeah, man. Oh man.
I've had to perform with like a high ankle sprain where I just tie it real tight, put the shoe on, and just. But once your adrenaline going, you don't feel it until after. Of course, after
until you cool
some
back off.
ibuprofen or something, fam. Like,
Got you.
yeah.
So like, have any shows or anything reached out to you? Like, not like the typical shows that some people see on TV. Like what was that show they used to come on TV? You Can Dance or something like that.
I auditioned for that like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
What's another one? Not America's Got Talent. Can you say America? Because America's Got Talent.
I thought you had to try out for it. I thought that was a tryout.
Everything is a tryout.
What? Yeah, I'm just wondering. Like,
Everything.
well, do certain shows reach out to certain dancers just to like kind of like gain views? Or stuff like that?
Definitely. Perfect example. Y'all know who Keita the Great is?
I think I heard.
It's a kid. Like he not so much as a kid. Now he's like what 17, probably 18.
I had to see him.
But yeah, if you see him, you know. But he won America's or So You Think You Can Dance a couple years ago. But they will put people like that on the show who has a social media following just to boost their ratings.
Yeah.
So it's not. It don't even be genuine, right?
That's what
not at all.
I always thought that, and I figured it because I was like, you got certain people that come on the show. I'm not gonna say to embarrass themselves, but just for some type of viewership.
Yeah.
So like the first episode of American Idol, everybody watches that because it's just
an
like
audition.
It's an audition. You get like a ton of talent, and then you get a ton of
non-talent.
Yeah, I don't want to call them non-talent.
Shout out
to
to
talented in all the ways.
Potential talent.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the potential talent out there. It'd be
So I just
entertaining.
I just wondered that is it the same way with like dance shows and stuff like that? Do they bring in the talented and then the non-talented, as you can say?
They definitely. Well, I'll speak on it because I ain't going back on the show. I ain't doing it again.
Yeah.
They do have certain people they look for they know they can reach a certain amount of viewers with this type of person. And they'll put people on there who know for a fact they won't win. And just to get the ratings up, and those will be the people you see in the commercials.
And they'll keep them around.
And that's all.
To keep you engaged.
They become some different type of star, right?
Mm-hmm. They'll be a parody artist or whatever it is.
Shout out to New York from Flavor of Love. That's the type of vibes y'all giving me right now. Because like Flavor Flav brought it back the second season.
Oh yeah.
And then chose Delicious. You remember Flavor of Love, the reality series? Yeah.
Oops. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I did not watch it.
Yeah.
I knew all about it. I just didn't want to watch it.
Favorite reality show ever.
What?
I don't know why, dog. I don't know why. It was just like seeing, like, it was the first time I really just seen female thirst. It was like they didn't care about Flav, man.
Yeah, that was like the first.
It was more like
reality
it was
show.
like one of the first times when I was like, females really like this attention stuff right here. This attention stuff. This is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's different when like you see a female getting in the jacuzzi with Flav, and then like he like, come on, we go to the room. And she was like, I don't know about that, honey. And I was like, why is she here? Why is she here?
Why you on the show?
Yeah, man, I thought it was some love going on. He trying to build love, and she was like holding back. But yeah, that's the type of vibes y'all was giving me with that, man. How people like, yeah, and then I was gonna ask you like with those type of maneuvers like that, whenever you feel like people is doing shady stuff, like because you in an industry that's also a business at the same time where you got to forget about your feelings.
Yeah,
you got to find yourself like, you know what I'm saying, like being like, even though I don't like this person,
oh yeah,
I got to look at the facts and I got to just be like, all right, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, all the time. It's people who you just not like as a person, but you have to work with that person.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's where you have to take away, like you said, the emotion part about it and just get the work done. Like, okay, this is what I love to do. This is a good opportunity. They may or may not be paying, just depending on the situation.
Yeah.
But if it's something you want to do, then just, you got to rock with it.
Most of the time I've been looking at it as, especially like, I always try to maintain my integrity, but besides that, I always try to be like, is it going to kill me? Like whenever I do certain things, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then like, I'd be like, no, it's not. And then after that, I look at what I could get from it to build for myself. Like as far as like building myself into a better version of myself, I always look at that. Yeah. And then that's most of the time, that's how I like go towards, like move towards dealing with people that like, that I may dislike at first. And I heard a quote from Abraham Lincoln that he said, once upon a time, he said, I don't like this man, I must understand him. And then that there like probably saved my life, because most of the time whenever I meet people and initially I have dislike towards them, I like sit back and then I try to be like, where did this come from? Where did like, you know what I'm saying? Where did certain aspects of this personality? What did happen? Like what time period did they come from? Like did they like
stay background?
Yeah, man. Like cause like it'd be like some people be like, man, that's a crazy old black dude. He be yelling all the time. But
he could be dealing with mental illness or something.
No, like he could come from like war where people yelled for regular language because bombs and stuff was happening.
I
you know what
hear
I'm
you.
saying?
You gotta scream at me.
I had that outlook on a dude I met this week that came in with a new job with me, and he was kind of like real defensive and insecure because as soon as somebody said he didn't do something right, he'd be like, man, fuck this job, man. I don't want to be here no more. I was like, bro, you can't think about it like that. Man. You just come here, do your job, keep your head down. And if you screw up, you screw up. That's part of the job. I mean, everybody messes up. Nobody's perfect. At the end of the day, it's like, bro, you just come in, do your job, and that's it. Weed out all that negative noise and keep pushing. I mean, that's how I do it.
Yeah, facts.
I just
definitely. That's good. And I want to say we all share that mindset at this table. You know what I'm saying? That's why we sitting up here right now, because, like, even though, like, I be having this mindset that, I be having this thought in my head that people, I don't think people is used to seeing people have conversations like this. Like at all. Like they probably used to seeing like a TV show or something like that. Yeah. But like sitting and having a conversation, they'd be like, man, they talking for like an hour? What?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if people was like listening like that. I think they'd be looking for like the quick, like
the ha-has.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the quick
topics, the drama.
The drama.
And I'm not looking for that.
And like the short, like 10-second segment, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like whenever they take stuff from certain interviews and all this stuff, and then people just be like, "This is what they meant the whole time."
Yeah.
And like we've been talking about deeper stuff, we've been talking about petty stuff at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like it be scaring me sometimes, man. I think the attention spans, it be scaring me, man. And then like, whenever you do like a performance, how long are you performing at a time?
It really depends on the show.
I'm gonna say longest.
Longest performance. I had to be a part of a play that was like 2 hours long. Ooh. But we wasn't dancing the whole time. It was a lot of acting and
a lot of in between periods and stuff.
Ons
like
and
that.
offs the stage.
Gotcha.
Then you have quick performances like 45 seconds. 45. Get up there, do your dance, and
it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I think I want to ask you. Well, I don't know how much information you can even share. How did you get involved with the Mavericks?
My homie Leon the Pro put me on modeling.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't big on modeling to begin with. I was like, I don't want to be doing all this extra
Calvin
stuff.
Klein and all that.
Yeah, I don't want to do all this,
Hey, I'm gonna say, man, I ain't gonna judge you if I be walking through Kohl's
I'll see you up there.
and see you with some drawers on, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Flexing.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got,
check somewhere.
I ain't got nothing bad to say, man. If I was sitting at the lunch table a couple of years with you and did it, I see you on the poster.
Yeah. Up there with Under Armour.
You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, they even got, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I was walking through the grocery store and it Depends. I seen some women on the Depends, like, they be trying to look sexy with the Depends on, dog.
Yeah.
Whoever was doing that modeling, getting that money, dog. Shout out to the shout out to the women wearing the Depends on the cover, man. I don't even think she was that old too, because I think Depends is for like anybody that's disabled, right?
Yeah, who basically can't, wipe their own self.
Gotcha, man.
Or just can't have a uncontrollable bladder or something like that.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody.
Faucet.
Shout out to everybody modeling for underwear, and you know what I'm saying. Shout out to anybody that's potentially finna be out there for underwear. You know what I'm saying?
For
Brother
real.
L, my praises go to you. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to see somebody that I went to school with. Like if I just see anybody on the billboard or anything, it's on, dog. I'm gonna be like, we on. I'm finna be on Snapchat, TikTok. I don't even know what TikTok is. Y'all know what TikTok is?
I don't even use
TikTok.
It's weird.
It's literally like a dance platform for people who really can't dance. I'm gonna put it like that.
See, that's the perfect transition because we were gonna talk about this like
Because
in the future.
I don't have a TikTok, but everybody wants me to get one.
Uh-huh.
But I don't like the fact that it takes away from the real art of dancing.
Too many cuts.
If you can do not even just the cuts, it's just what people deem a professional dancer or a dancer period is pretty much anything now.
They
Like,
throw it out. Like they throw out
Yeah.
the principles that you raised yourself on.
yeah, exactly. Stuff that I worked hard on. It's like,
Gotcha.
oh, I'm famous now because I can do this.
So,
You
wait,
know?
so that's the meaning of TikTok. Wait, not the meaning. That's the whole reason of TikTok. Really, just
It's just
Like from,
short skits of dancing.
from what I
or you
heard,
can do skits or whatever.
it's been like viral dances just off TikTok clips, right?
Look, this ain't gotta get a TikTok. I don't want it.
And I guess because like I mean I ain't gonna say I was the greatest dancer, but like I mean back in the day, like well I'm gonna say probably from 4th grade up to 8th grade, like I would do every dance move that was out. At that
Oh, I was
time.
about to say. I thought you were about to say.
I
you
didn't
was
know
dancing.
high school.
About to say I didn't see none of this.
No,
man.
not in high
Say,
school.
wait, what is
Up like 8th grade, like I couldn't dance like my brother here. No, but I mean, whatever that was out and popping at that time,
Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah.
I believe most people can, and like
Talking about lean with it and rock with it and such.
that, you know,
Yeah.
chicken noodle soup dance, all that stuff.
Yeah.
all that stuff that was out back in the day. I can do
But-
all of that. And yeah, Michael Jackson was a huge influence. I just wasn't a big person on dancing, but I can do some of the stuff.
Gotcha.
Moonwalking and all that stuff. But today's, I'm gonna say like today's definition of what a dancer isn't.
It's way different.
Y'all
'Cause
think it got to do with like, cause, you know, back like during our time in our youth, during that time they say, I guess when we like in between like 13 and 17 is our age when we soak up the most. And back when we was that age, that was back when You Got Served was coming out,
I guess, yeah.
and like Step Up was coming out, and then like what's the movie with Columbus Short?
Oh, you talking about
Stomp the Yard.
Yard.
and all
Like,
that.
that's when like dancing was like at. I can't even say it was at its peak because I don't know too much. But I'm gonna say from
I think for our generation, that's when it was at its peak, right? Like
yeah.
when all that stuff was showing up, and then movies was hitting the theaters.
Yeah.
And like y'all think because those movies kind of like, you know, simmered down, or like they start going like straight to you know what I'm saying, straight to whatever it is, because it ain't straight to DVD now. I don't even think they make CDs like that no more. But like straight to digital and stuff like that. You think it's because it cooled down that the kids like then kind of like start just throwing dances together?
Yeah, I think it has to do with the access to social media.
Gotcha.
That kids can just literally sit at home or make up their own routines. But the only thing I like TikTok just because it kind of engages everybody to do something positive.
Keep the art alive.
Yeah, but at the same time, it kind of takes away from those people who really want to be a professional dancer.
Gotcha.
Getting booked for real jobs because they're not looking at, oh, how many followers you got on TikTok.
Yeah.
They're looking at, can you get this routine down in 20 minutes and then go perform it?
And that's where I divide from these
dangerous.
these social media freestyle, you know, dancers to an actual professional dancer. How like, you know, you put a Chris Brown, a Lejin, all these people in, like that's complete. Cause like you see everybody and their mama can mimic what people are doing off of social media, but you can't tell somebody, hey, okay, well you can do that. Well, how about this? Can you go learn this routine? Because they can't move in certain ways that he can move. They can't dance in a certain rhythm that he can dance. That's the two different things. That's why I look at it in two different ways. Cause like the wife, she can go out and mimic a social media dancer easily. But if somebody sit down and say like, hey, can you do this routine?
I'll go take my class type of thing.
She'll be
Yeah.
like, no,
I can't do that.
no, not at all. And people take stuff like that for granted. It's like, nah, these people put hard work in. You just blew up because of this and this and that.
Yeah.
And now you're still in the credit and the joy from these people that actually been putting in work for years.
I want to say, like, that's one of the dangers of attention, like, cause like almost any craft that you could think about, whenever attention, and especially because people don't learn how to monetize attention.
Yeah.
Like whenever that creeps into the picture, it's gonna be some type of it's just gonna get dirty. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get dirty. Like they'll be like right now, if like certain movies start coming out, like people start being like, oh, superhero movies is finna make a lot of money. Then that means that they finna be slower to green light other types of movies. Like they be like, man, it don't even got special effects like the Avengers and stuff do. We not finna green light that movie, and it could be potentially good, man. Like it could be like a reason why they won't make another like You Got Served or something like that. It'd be like, man, ain't nobody getting blasted by a phaser beam or something over there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and like when you start thinking about it like that, and they be like, it's not getting enough attention. I'd be like, man, it make people scared to like want to even think about making their own art. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like one of the worst things that you could do to an artist is like turn their mindset against what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I just got a quick question. So when you see Dallas dancers, well, I'm gonna say Dallas jiggers. I was gonna use that word. And then you see the
Bro, that sounds so racist, dog. Why you put the R on there like that, dog?
I had to say it. I had to say it. So
don't say that again, dog.
So when you see people jigging from Dallas and you see people jigging from Atlanta or whatever,
jigging is so much better.
Better. Where did it really originate from? Because I hear people always saying, "Oh, the way how people dance now came from Atlanta." Like the whole jigging and all this stuff, how people, you know, what the youth, how the youth is dancing and stuff like that. Some people are saying, "Oh, it started out there," but I'm like, no. I mean, from me growing up,
exactly.
I'm used to seeing that stuff out here in Dallas, like how people dance the songs
in the parking lot, you know.
Yeah, and like out of the blue, like the younger generation that you see now, they're mostly seeing all these social media dancers. They seem like they're from Atlanta. Basically, it's copying us. So, in your opinion, I guess what I'm asking is, where do you think it started, and who do you think is basically the rightful owner of jigging?
Oh, jigging hands down, gotta be Dallas. Like, that's even from just being in the clubs. Like, if you was in the club scene back in like 09, 08, like you pretty much knew what the dances were, right? Because like you had to be there. It wasn't no go online and learn the dances. Like you got to be there to know what the dances are.
Definitely.
Of course, I didn't go to Atlanta until I graduated high school. Yeah. But even out there, like all this woe stuff they were doing, like that's us. That's from jigging. Like that's from us.
Especially like shout out to the baby off up in that what was it, that bot video?
Yeah.
Where
Jabberwockies
was doing the South Dallas swag.
Yeah. And I'm like, I hope they don't try to take that.
They did. But the problem is Atlanta has the support from the locals. So if it's Atlanta dancers say, "Oh, it's a new dance from Atlanta," everybody in Atlanta gonna do
everything
it.
up.
And they gonna spread it, so it's gonna look like it's from Atlanta.
And did the woe come from Houston though?
Yeah, the woe came from Houston.
Cause what's his name? It started with a D. Can't think of the name right now, but that was the first time I seen somebody do it. Like maybe 2 years back or something like that. Dang, DJ, I can't even think of his name, but he be with what's the other dude name? Tisa Korea, something like that. Whatever his name is.
Tisa Korean, yeah.
Like I be seeing him and stuff like that.
I have no clue who it is.
But yeah, all that stuff. That's the problem I would say with Dallas is we don't support our locals. So when we do have something new, it don't pop off until somebody steal it from a different state,
or they take it somewhere else.
Yeah, they'll change it a little bit, like the Dougie. Like Cali, swear to God, they done made up the Dougie, bro. Like, what you mean? Y'all may do it a little bit more crazy looking, but
when I seen that in high school, bro, I feel disrespected. Cause I was like, no, that is not how that goes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just me. That was just me at that time. I was just like, bro, we just don't get no credit for nothing.
Yeah. Even now with the whole wave of the trendy dances, a lot of it stems from jigging and boogieing.
Pretty much.
They just kind of made it a little more robotic, but it's still from us. Like,
definitely.
And then
big t-shirt dancing.
Yeah.
And I be seeing the footwear thing. Didn't that come from Chicago or something like that?
Yeah. Memphis juking and Chicago footwork. And then people are doing light feet now, which is from New York. So it's like 3 different genres of footwork styles that's going around that people don't know the history of. They just doing the dances.
Right. And then everything's like, oh, it must be from Atlanta, so it gotta be nice.
Yeah.
Like,
So whenever you do see something like a new dance go viral, how long do it usually take you to get it down?
How I want to get it down, it may take me a couple days, but
Yeah.
I'll learn it the same day.
Gotcha.
But I'm like, I don't feel like I know it how I want to hit it yet.
And then like whenever it come out, you be like, ah man, it's something that I'm probably finna be incorporating into a routine or something.
Yeah,
right?
because people want to see it.
Especially if you do like, I'm gonna call it. Is it called like team coordination? Whatever you do it like with a group of people at the same time.
That's choreography. Yeah.
Like whenever it's team based choreography, especially when it's like that, you know that you're finna be doing whatever finna go viral. Huh?
Especially when you're working with kids. Like, kids love, what's that game everybody play? Fortnite.
Yeah.
Those dances, they call them the Fortnite dances. I'm like, no, that's not what it's called.
I didn't even think about this. That's crazy because Fortnite really didn't change the world.
Could then JB Blackboy try to not? I ain't gonna say sue.
I'm pretty sure they done got
He
sued
tried to get
about-
some money
they
off
done got-
his
They done got
dance.
sued by almost everybody. They done got sued by Carlton. They done got sued by
All that.
I want to
Yeah.
say Drake wanted to get paid to get a dance up in there. He probably did get paid something under the table. I want to say they had
so-
Hotline Bling on there. I thought.
Yeah, they did. They do
Yeah.
actually. So like Pop Smoke dance. That's I know it for him. His
R.I.P. to Pop Smoke.
Yeah, his little little leg movement thing. Well, wait,
I
did
don't-
6ix9ine do that?
I don't know.
He was doing like the little hop thing or whatever you want to call it with the foot hanging up, and then I seen him do it. And I was like, is that a New
It's
York
just kind of I don't know. It might be like a New York thing. I don't know. Because I know NLE kind of do something similar too in a way. Yeah.
I don't know, I be seeing different stuff different times. I be like, I seen him do it. I remember 6ix9ine doing his little videos where he just had his leg up, hopping side to side.
When
And
I
then
first-
I seen him do it before he passed away.
Yeah.
When I first broke away from my shyness, I think part of my motivation from breaking away from my shyness because the dab was the easiest dance ever.
Yeah.
And it was smooth. I mean, you can do it to any type of beat.
That's it.
You can do it to any type of beat.
That I know you said the Millie Rock was a little difficult with the transition, but everybody was on the Millie Rock.
Yeah,
I seen some of the baddest chicks in the club hitting the Millie like
You could do it in
really
heels. You
killing
could do it
Yeah.
in like in 21-inch heels. You could do the
You
Millie
can do it
Rock.
as fast or slow as you wanted to.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I do my Millie Rock in a half, and everybody be like, "You know how to do it." I be like,
Yeah.
and then I just stop. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it for
Do
me.
his little dances, like in that Life Is Good video, do the little step.
Yeah.
That's my signature move. Low key,
Hey.
low key. That's my signature move,
simple.
dog. You ain't got to worry about your shirt ripping or nothing, dog. But yeah, y'all, this is the Field Trip podcast, and you got.
One more thing.
Oh,
We
yeah,
gotta
you-
go back to the Maverick question.
You go ahead, dog.
Gotta go back to the Maverick question. I was
Explore your
wondering,
knowledge. Get your
Like,
knowledge.
how did you just like
Get your knowledge.
I'm a big fan of the Maverick.
You want to?
And
You
now you a dancer for the Maverick.
You want to
right?
endorse the
Yeah.
Mavericks too?
Nah, I ain't made to that level.
You seem like
yet.
you want the scoop.
I ain't made to that level yet. Once I get big time and I can actually purchase, I can never
That's
purchase.
a bet, man. We might have a Maverick mic over there for you, dog.
Hey, that's specialized Maverick right for me. Hey, that's nice.
Get the Maverick dangling earring. You know the dangling earrings is the new thing now, dog.
But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how did you get, how did you get involved with them and, basically be one of the faces of the dance team or whatever. You want
Leon the Pro is a b-boy from Dallas. He put out basically a post on Facebook. He was like, yo, I'm looking for models for just some brands and stuff like that. And I was really just now getting into the door of modeling, but I wanted to do more print because at first I was doing like the runway modeling. Not for me. I did New York Fashion Week, but yeah. So yeah, it's so.
Was they like, you got to walk like this?
Yeah, it's like weird. I'm like, that's not how I walk.
Was you walking out there with like shirts like half torn and all that?
Or like I had a leather jacket with no shirt on and like the Chelsea boots. Like they're really like high fashion.
They tried to Magic Mike you, dog.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It's like the more formal way of Magic Mike and me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But the Mavericks thing came about after that post. Like 3 months later, a lady hit me up and she was like, yo, I got your information from Leon. Are you interested in being a model for the Mavericks for like the merchandise? And like it didn't really like hit me until I got there and they were like, oh yeah, so we're doing this, we're doing that. So I'm thinking, you know how you go on certain websites and you literally see like somebody's neck down of like them modeling the clothes. That's how I thought it was gonna be.
Gotcha.
But they're like, no, we want y'all to dance. We doing commercials for TNT commercials and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is real deal. So after I saw the pictures and how big everything was, and I think what kind of helped me push, make me more of a known person in the modeling thing, was that I could dance too. They didn't expect to have dancers or models that could dance as well.
Yeah.
So they played that to their advantage, and it kind of just took off from there. So I've been modeling for them for 2 years now. Yeah, and then unofficial, but it's official. The Dallas Mavericks dance team is coming back, and our first game is tomorrow night. Well, I know this will probably come out later, so it'll be March 8th. Yeah, March 8th. Yeah, it's going down. They play the Pacers, so we've been rehearsing for like 3 months.
Yeah, good looking out on that.
Yeah, they've been like, wait, tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, man, and that's good because that opened up way more work for you.
Yeah,
and
like, man, that's big exposure too. Cause I mean, like, you're gonna basically be like, since you don't be on a dance team, they'll put you like halftime and
timeouts,
breaks and all stuff like that. Yeah,
and it's the first co-ed team for the Dallas Mavericks.
Dang, that's nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
That'll
work.
Big.
Yeah,
making
man.
history out here.
Yeah, man, that's
But known for the
blessing,
egg.
man.
Yeah,
I'm so happy that we went to the same school, walked on the same floor, slammed
Bruh.
some of the same lockers. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, I never opened a locker up there.
You know what I'm
Except
saying?
for a football locker.
You know what I'm saying? You done did a little, you know what I'm saying?
my freshman year, I opened one locker and didn't use it.
I had a locker code, never found a locker there.
Backpacks all day. But yeah, since the cameraman just sent me a text saying that the battery is almost out, y'all.
Oh man.
And I feel like we got a pretty fruitful conversation, and you know what I'm saying? I got to learn from another mindset that I feel has been successful in this progress in life, dealing with these struggles, you know what I'm saying? Like Frederick Douglass once said, no struggle, no progress. You know what I'm saying? And he taught us a lot about dealing with the talent, like dealing with the world while having talent at the same time, and building talent and showing us where that talent came from. Brother L, I appreciate you for stopping by.
Most deaf.
King B, I appreciate you for stopping by.
You know, I try to.
And yeah, man, y'all, this is the Feeltrip podcast, and y'all can catch us at all those places and links and stuff that you see the legendary episodes show up at. That's what the name gonna be. And this is Rico Wayne, y'all.
It's King B.
And Brother L, if you want to say any links, anything, you're welcome to.
Hey man, hit me up on Instagram. Lejin does it. LEJINDOESIT. We out here.
And this is the Feeltrip podcast, and we're gonna catch y'all whenever we can. Y'all be safe though.